NWA Mountain State, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance, bringing you great wrestling action sanctioned by the NWA.
Oh my God! All-American knockout!
We go to a judge's decision. Judge's decision. Judge's decision.
You see Ron Sexton looking on Scotty. Measures in. Shooting star press! Parker, look out!
He's got one measure. Super kick again!
Ricky Shane misses though. Dozer catches him.
Tune in each week to see the greatest stars in independent wrestling along with your hosts, Stephen Hensley and Jacques Molière. NWA Mountain State is paid in part by Lewis Automotive in Beckley and LewisAutomotive.com, giving you the best deals on Suzuki, Nissan, and pre-owned cars. Kramer Security and Investigations, now hiring in all of southern West Virginia at kramersecurity.net. Mark A. Hunt and Associates, practicing law since 1994 and online at markahunt.com. The West Virginia Tobacco Quit Line. Get help to quit smoking now at westvirginiaquitline.com.
This is Commissioner Larry Light. If you'd like to see the great TV stars of NWA Mountain State Wrestling come to your town, give us a call at area code 304-673-2054 or check us out on the web.
The Army of Darkness back in Mount Hope to do some more cleansing. Tonight, the cleansing will be on Justice and Iron Bear. And with the dog. Hush, 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 hush. And Boris.
Let me tell you, I'm not too much worried about this tag match, because me and the pit bull, we're going to do exactly what we do. That's hurt people. What I want to say, Johnny Blast, after the hanging, as you gasp for that last breath, as this Russian chain wrap around your throat. Johnny Blast, October 22nd, I challenge you right here today, Russian chain match. You talk about Scream Fest? You have no idea, Johnny Blast, what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a Scream Fest. And for you, party's over. I'm the new champion.
NWA Mountain State Wrestling is back on the air on Fox, West Virginia. I'm Dean Bibb with the Outlaw Rock Star, Stephen Hensley, and of course, Jacques Molière doing the announcing from the ring. I want to thank everybody, first of all, for showing up at Chili Night in downtown Beckley. It was great to have all of the fans of NWA Mountain State Wrestling. What a show! Telling you what. Chief Iron Bear.
Iron Bear. Used to be Tommy Hawk, not Tommy Hawk anymore. This guy is newly focused. He's incredibly aggressive since suffering that attack at the hands of Lance Erickson, and he is geared up since that attack happened. And how?
Sometimes epiphanies come in many different shapes and forms. You
still don't like him.
Iron Bear applying the side headlock now and looking to have almost a do-over here in Mountain State after Lance Erickson. Now Boris Dragoff now reversing to a top wrist lock in this tag team matchup.
Trips Tommy Hawk up. Tommy Hawk's down on the mat now.
Iron Bear.
Oh, Iron Bear.
Nice move by Iron Bear to reverse back up as his tag team partner Justice cheers him on.
You think Iron Bear is really an appropriate name though, Dean?
Well, I tell you what, it's whoa, big chop by Boris Dragoff and tags in Pitbull Bob Brown.
If Iron Bear wants to be successful this morning, he'd do better to be named Cheats Like Dog.
Oh, and another right in the same place.
Then again, I think Bob Brown may have that one locked up.
Is he biting? Is he biting?
Cheats Like Dog on top of Iron Bear. And man, is Iron Bear taking a beating for the moment.
Well, I'm sure he's hoping it's only going to be temporary. He's planning as he gets dragged out of the corner here by Pitbull Bob Brown. And a cover. 1, 2. Mike Draven is loving this on the outside of the ring. Mike Draven seems to be a fan of the Outlaw Rockstar.
I'm a fan of Mike Draven. It's a mutual admiration, Dean, and justifiably so. He's the best manager in Mountain State Wrestling. I'm the best commentator in Mountain State Wrestling.
Just want to also let everybody know about Johnny Blast's recovery last week in Wall, West Virginia. He is still doing whatever he can possible to recover when Boris Dragoff hung him by them chains. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it, and if you didn't, you just missed out on some.
That was a little while back, Jacques. That was a little while back.
Now Iron Bear definitely showing that aggressive streak.
Fact of the matter is, Johnny Blast is he's a coward. He likes to have excuses to hide behind.
He's not a coward. He's injured. Oh, great move by Iron Bear. Justice awaiting to see action here. They've technically attempted to cut the ring off in half in their favor, but Chief Iron Bear is working it to his advantage right now on Boris Dragoff.
You know, I gotta give Iron Bear credit. He's not my favorite guy in the world, not by a long shot, but he looks real mean. Well, he looked real mean for a second, but there's the master of mean, my boy Boris Dragoff, taking Iron Bear.
Tagging in the Pitbull. Boots going into the midsection from both men as the tag occurs. Scoop slam now by the Pitbull. Straight down to the ground, just the way he likes him. Off the ropes, and a vicious knee drop on Iron Bear.
Did you see the way his knee connected with Iron Bear's face?
And now taking it out on Justice. Justice getting in the ring. He wants some of it, but not a good idea. Sending Chief Iron Bear into their very unfriendly territory and a legit tag. Lots of great action coming up in this hour on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Scotty Reigns versus Jimmy Neiman and Billy Lip.
Sunset Flippy.
Can he bring him over?
Good luck to him. He's trying his heart out there.
And he gets him. 1, 2. Kick out now. Kick out. We've also got one fall for the NWA MSW Tag Team Championship. The champions, Bad Karma, finally putting it on the line against the Hollywood Outlaws. 2 count now by Iron Bear, and tagging in his partner Justice, who's looking to dish some out.
What a transformation by Iron Bear, though.
Definitely, definitely, great transformation. Justice with a big clothesline.
And that one rocked Boris Dragoff, but good. You know,
Justice is ripped. Vertical suplex, up and over, and he's going to cover. 1, 2, grab the near leg.
Well, Justice had better be careful, as ripped as he is. If he isn't careful against Dragoff, he's going to get caught and ripped in half.
Our main event this hour is the fatal 3-way for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Championship. The Maestro putting it on the line against Ricky Shanan, the Canadian Lion Lance Erickson, who is on a tear. Dragoff reversing Justice into the corner, coming in. Big Russian splash, bringing him out, and a Russian sickle taking his head off. Jacques Mullion.
Wow, that was the hardest clothesline I have ever seen by Boris Dragoff. And Justice just goes straight down hard.
And did you see the way Justice grabbed a hold of the back of his head when he hit?
It's not just about taking the wind out of the guy. He got his marble scrambled a little bit, trying to fight back, not working too well right now, and a kick to the head.
That was on the money.
Pitbull wants in.
Justice doesn't even know where he is right now. Did you see the way his arm was just flailing away there?
Absolutely. Dragoff with the suplex. High vertical suplex. And nicely executed by the Big Russian of the Army of Darkness. Mike Draven wanted a 3 count. You don't always get what you want here. But fans, NWA Mountain State Wrestling is always going to give you what you want. And thank you once again for coming out to Chili Night. And meet the boot of Pitbull Bob Brown, Mr. Justice. This is a rough match.
Sure is, Dean. That's the way we like it here in NWA Mountain State Wrestling, the flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance. Nice double back elbow to Justice. And once again, Justice grabbing the back of his head, Dean.
He's taking some abuse here. But hey, this is wrestling. These aren't superstars. These are wrestlers, ladies and gentlemen. They're part of the NWA, the oldest governing body of professional wrestling, and growing by leaps and bounds. Pitbull Bob Brown taking it to Iron Bear right now. Big leg drop by the Pitbull.
The Army of Darkness is having a great showing this morning, Dean. And what a turning point in this match it was when Boris Dragoff hit that sickle on Justice.
Absolutely. Tag team maneuver here. Not a pretty one, but very effective, Jacques Mollier.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I just want to be the first to thank everybody for tuning in right here on Fox with Unite.
Oh, man, big boot to the head. Justice reeling.
Between you and Dean, I think the fans have been thanked enough for watching the show.
We can never thank the fans enough, Stephen Henley. Perhaps you can learn a thing or two from that.
From the fans?
From thanking the fans, choking them out.
What did the fans ever do for me? I do for the fans. They should worship me. Just like they should worship Boris Dragoff and Pitbull Bob Brown, the Army of Darkness.
Very effective combination here, the Army of Darkness. Really, really tearing things up here, just like that. Justice is in a world of hurt right here in Mount Hope at the Community Center on NWA, Mountain State Wrestling.
Dragoff and Bob are having a time torturing Justice right now.
Big chop. Oh, Justice firing back. That woke him up a little bit. He's got some fire, taking it to the Big Russian. The Big Russian goes down. Justice shooting fist after fist into him.
Well, they backed him into a corner. He's got nowhere to go but up, and he was doing a great job. But Boris Dragoff, not to be deterred by a flurry of offense for a moment, sends him headfirst in that turnbuckle, missed with a sickle.
Great cross-body block by Justice coming out of nowhere. 2.5.
Good Lord, I never saw that coming.
Neither did Boris Dragoff, and it almost cost them the match. Big roll to the corner, and here comes Iron Bear. Big Indian spear right to the corner of the opposing tag team. And here comes Pitbull Bob Brown.
And Bob Brown going in after Iron Bear, but Iron Bear there to beat him, and he is unloading.
Iron Bear feeling the strength of his ancestors coursing through his body, splashing both men.
Flying body splash on both men.
That's
and
good stuff
Iron
right
Bear
there.
came to fight.
The warrior from Cherokee, North Carolina, reinvented and coming of age in the moment right here in NWA Mountain State.
Justice back in the ring now. Tommy Hawk and Justice with an opportunity to put this one away.
And he's going after Mike Draven. Justice on Bob Brown in the inside, and look out, Justice!
Oh, he got caught. He got caught. Iron Bear got distracted.
This is going to be the patented double slingshot. This is a match breaker. This is a game maker. Is this it? Is this it?
It's the end of Justice.
It's
the
over.
beginning of darkness. The Army of Darkness walks away with the W.
I'm telling you guys, sometimes you get caught up in the moment. And Iron Bear went after Mike Draven at the expense of his match.
We are forced to be reckoned with.
But Iron Bear, a big improvement. He can be proud of himself, but he cost himself and Justice the victory, and he cost Justice a lot of pain, blues, and agony.
Well, he said he was aggressive, more aggressive than ever.
Straightforward pricing at Lewis Automotive. That means the absolute lowest price on the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Save big with prices starting at $69.95 and 2.9% financing on all pre-owned in stock. Plus, we'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Come see us and you'll see why we've been selling cars in Southern West Virginia for over 80 years. Only at Lewis Automotive, where the sale never ends. Call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
NWA Mountain State has granted Billy Litt, Mr. Electricity himself, a #1 contenders match here today on Fox 59. You viewers out there sitting behind the computer, watch closely because Billy Litt is coming out on top. Believe Litt or not.
Tonight, finally, I get my chance to get my chance at Stroh's television title. The hardest working man in wrestling, Jimmy Nemeth. Finally, it pays off. And tonight, Billy Litt, last week, brother, you were about a second away from tapping out. You're cake. Scott Reigns, you're going to find out exactly why they call me the hardest working man in wrestling today. And after tonight, Stroh, with all due respect, I'm taking that belt home with me.
I'm pretty sure you guys know that it's been an up and down windy road for the Iceman right here, especially this year. Family stuff, in-ring stuff, out-of-ring stuff, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I start climbing back up tonight, baby. I was the best television champion this company has ever had, and I got screwed out of it. I had one of the biggest matches of my career. We tore the house down, me and Strider. Yes, sir, brother. I'm giving you props right now. I was this close. I was this close to winning the NWA East Heavyweight title. Tonight, the Ice Storm comes back. Tonight, the Iceman takes back what is rightfully his, and that is the NWA Mountain State Television Champion. Billy Litt, I got a lot of respect for you, brother. And you and I haven't even really crossed paths that many times. But when we get in that ring, and when the bell rings, I'm coming after my title. It's #1 contender, baby. So I got 2 roadblocks ahead of me. I got Billy Litt, and I got Jimmy Nemeth. And you know what? At the end of it, I hope we can all shake hands, maybe even have a brew afterwards or whatsoever, and say, hey, we stole the show, we tore the house down. But you know what? In the end, there's one thing that's going to happen. You're going to see this. You're going to see my arm raised, and you're going to hear, and the new #1 contender is the Iceman, Scott Reigns. I'm getting my belt back. The journey starts tonight.
This one's going to be a barn burner, Stephen Hensley. We got 3 really fast-moving individuals in the ring, and every one of them wanting to be the #1 contender to the television championship.
Well, every man in the ring capable of flying, but I think the X factor in this one's Mr. Nemeth over here. He mixes it up. He's got a brawling style to him, too. He is rugged. He is tough. He has no intentions of not picking up the victory today. Billy Litt and Scotty Reigns, you see them with their hands out there. He doesn't care about sportsmanship. He cares about victories. He cares about titles.
He better care about not getting counted out. And, of course, it was 2 weeks ago right here on NWA Mountain State Wrestling when Nemeth and Litt tore the house down in War, West Virginia.
And today's another day. And you can bet your money Jimmy wants to pick up the W.
So it's Billy Litt locking up with the former television champion Scotty Reigns and getting the better of him with an arm drag. These guys are showing a lot of respect for each other, by the way, Jacques.
Yes, absolutely. And this is what it's all about here right now. Respect and love. This is what men have right here. One of a kind. You can never see stuff like this anywhere else, but only here at NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
Blah, 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 freaking blah. Let's take a look at what's really going on right now. Sportsmanship, love, respect for blah, don't care. Billy Litt and Scotty Reigns right now, they're tearing the house down right now in the ring against each other. But the smart man on the outside of the ring is Jimmy Nemeth. He's resting. He's looking for an opportunity. And most importantly, he's not taking any damage.
You better believe when Billy Litt's feet come off the floor, the electricity level rises in the joint. And now he's got the upper hand on Scotty Reigns. Hey, look at that. Reigns is going to match him move for move. Great show of athleticism by Scotty Reigns.
How you doing, Mr. Nemeth?
How you doing, brother?
You know, I've got to say, I admire your strategy here. Let Reigns and Lit wear each other out. You get to sit out here.
It's on my time.
Your time, sir. Absolutely right. You're a smart man.
Yeah, unlike that one over there, right?
Which one? I guess both of them, really.
Take your pick.
I think they just assaulted you. They weren't talking about me.
He was really talking about you.
I think he was talking to both of you. Really? Are you that stupid, Jacques? Really? I guess you probably are.
Highly intelligent. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Unfortunately, though, I cannot say the same for you.
I want to sit you in a room with a typewriter, see if you can type Hamlet.
The famous Dean Bibb can say it just as better as I can. Go ahead.
And what I'm saying is great front face lock applied now by Scotty Reigns. He would love to have another shot at that NWA television championship. He made a very good champion, represented the company very well. Of course, the television champion is the face of the company. Look at there, big shoulder tackle by Scotty Reigns on Billy Lit. These guys are flying fast in here.
And those guys are flying fast and absorbing a lot of punishment, though. Who isn't, Dean? Who isn't absorbing punishment?
It might, yeah. Nemeth on the outside of the ring. Jimmy Nemeth conserving his energy.
You darn Skippy. Smart man, smart guy.
Great to drop toe hold now by Billy Lit. Grapevining the legs together there. Great matches here. And you know, we've got two more coming up this hour that are going to be absolutely great matches too. Fatal three-way. The Maestro putting on the television championship against Tricky Shane and Lance Erickson. And everybody knows what's happened the past couple of weeks here on Mountain State Wrestling between these two. There's Nemeth getting involved.
There's the opportunity, and there's the follow-up.
Holy cow!
And Jimmy, he's fresh, and he is fast and furious. You don't have to go to Sears to see Fast and the Furious. You can see it right here in NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
Jimmy definitely eating the world up with Billy Lit and Scotty Reigns. Spearing Billy Lit in the corner.
Billy Lit's looking out for his teeth right now. He's missing a couple after that.
Big vertical suplex in play, and wow! Look at the strength of Jimmy Davis covering Billy Lit. Scotty Reigns makes the save. Billy Lit was out of it after that.
Never ever has the word save been used more appropriately than just now, Dean Bibb. That one was ready to be over.
Yeah, Billy Lit was out of it for a second. The blood had drained to his head and rushed to his feet so quickly. Nemeth now stalling out Scotty Reigns in similar fashion and dropping him. Can he cover Reigns? Can Billy Lit make the save? Lit with the save. Big four.
Yes, and here comes Billy Lit. The reverse from Jimmy. Billy Lit.
Springboard. Flying back elbow.
And the pin count. New #1 contender. No, Scotty Reigns makes the break.
Denied. Scotty. Whoa, now Lit and Scotty Reigns are going to go at it. Big shot to the corner from Billy Lit, and Reigns is out of the ring.
5 minutes has elapsed.
And now Nemeth now capitalizing with big clubbing blows to the back, hits the ropes, and a springboard drop kick now, and Lit out of the ring. And Scotty Reigns, big standing drop kick by Scotty Reigns on Nemeth.
A big standing drop kick by Reigns caught him in the abdomen. Reigns unloading on Nemeth.
Big clotheslines here by Scotty Reigns, the man in the moment, and he's gonna get that foot ready for the super kick. Reigns is gonna rain down some hurt now on Jimmy Nemeth.
The Iceman looking to ice Nemeth this morning.
The Iceman cometh! The Iceman cometh!
And he got caught. Nemeth, he's locking it in. Turns over, Scorpion Deathlock.
Holy cow! Is Reigns gonna tap out? You got Billy Lit going to the top. Billy Lit going to the top. High clubbing blow breaking the hold.
A double axe handle to the lumberjack.
Well put. Billy Lit now bringing him up. Clubbing him. Reigns slow to get up. Reversal now by Nemeth. The Nemeth setting up. Here we go.
Tilt the world. Head scissors.
And we got a pin in the corner. And there, that's why you never pin in a corner. He's got a hold of the ropes. Reigns still slow to get up after all of the abuse he's taken.
Well, Reigns is smart. He'll take a note from Nemeth earlier. He'll take the opportunity now to rest and look for his opening. No need to get involved if you don't have to.
There was your opening right there. How many ribs just got crushed in that move? And now Nemeth pushing the opportunity with Scotty Reigns. Side Russian leg sweep in play. Absolutely. Absolutely. Delivered like an expert.
What does Russia have to do with that leg sweep?
It was invented by a Russian.
Who?
Beef Stroganoff. I'm sure you've heard of him.
You just made that up.
No, Beef Stroganoff is real. Jimmy Nemeth up top. Scotty Raines helpless to move.
Nemeth taking a lot of time up there. He needs to come up and quick if he wants to get out. Oh, he did.
Oh,
Northern exposure.
Wow. And a kick out. Billy Litt back to his feet. Scotty Raines grimacing in agony. Set up for the Atomic Bomb.
This could be it.
And that's it. Billy Litt's going to be the #1 contender to the Mountain State Wrestling Television Championship. You heard him. He's wanting the TV title. Scotty Raines wants him back in the ring.
All right.
Is this going to be a meet and greet or is this going to be a beat?
Billy Litt and Scotty Raines having some words. Raines is angry.
Jimmy Nemeth outside the ring. Horizontal. All right, Scotty Raines proving himself to be a...
Scotty, pathetic. Are you kidding me? Sportsmanship.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Good sportsmanship. They walked in friends, they're going to leave friends.
If Raines was smart, he would have kicked him in the head.
Attention wrestling fans, it's Jessica Schuler here. Send us videos of you talking about your favorite NWA Mountain State wrestler or wrestlers. If we like it, we may use it in our show. And be sure to visit NWAMountainState.com for the latest NWA news.
Straightforward pricing at Lewis, Suzuki, and Beckley. That means our best price on a great selection of new Suzukis. Increase your savings with 0% APR and the guaranteed highest value for your trade-in. Brand new 2011 Suzuki Kisashis have just arrived. Get yours today for only $15,763. That includes Smart Pass, keyless entry, and much more. Only at Lewis Suzuki, where the sale never ends. Call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY.
Have you been injured by the antibiotic Levaquin? If you have either had a rupture or tear of the Achilles tendon, then you may be eligible for compensation. Call the law firm of Mark A. Hunt and Associates today, 1-800-554-1280.
Bad karma. NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions for now. See, tonight that all changes because tonight, finally, Steve Off, Dan Murdoch, the Hollywood Outlaws get the title shot we've deserved for quite some time now. See, we know you boys have been dodging us and we don't blame you. Because you know, once you step in the ring with the greatest tag team in the world, today, anywhere, it's lights off for you.
Last week, we proved that we can beat you anywhere, anytime, any place. So tonight, bad karma, those NWA Mountain State Wrestling tag team titles are going to be around the Hollywood Outlaws' waist. And we'll treat them with the greatest respect. And we will honor them with the greatest respect. Because that's how we roll.
And then, after that, any tag team that wants a shot, come get it. Because we'll turn your lights off.
And will be your worst nightmares.
I just heard something really funny about the Hollywood Outlaws. They just said something about honor. What is this, the military? Are we the military? The Army? The Navy? The Air Force? Are you kidding me? This is professional wrestling. Honor is what you hold, which is gold that Bad Karma holds. You want an honorable butt kicking? We're going to give you one, bruh.
An honorable butt kicking is what's going to happen. Steve Off, Dan Murdoch, you belong to us. And these belts, they stay right here. And we're going to show you exactly why we are the tag team champs.
So the Hollywood Outlaws are getting exactly what they've been asking for. They became the #1 contenders, and they've been saying, hey, we want a title shot. Well, they beat them in the non-title match last week right here on NWA Mountain State. Let's see if they can keep that streak coming and make themselves the new tag team champions.
And I said it last week, I'm going to say it one more time. Easier said than done. Bad Karma, they're the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Champs for a reason. Do you remember who they beat? Ricky Shane, Billy Litt.
Tough competitors and a great tag team. But they've got to have in the back of their mind that, hey, these guys went over on us last week. They made us look bad. And now Steve Off, great reversal on the headlock on Kareem in the middle of the ring. This is a great reversal now by Kareem in a series to the reverse hammerlock. Also, we need to mention that Dan Murdoch is our junior heavyweight champion here in NWA Mountain State.
Well, Bad Karma may have suffered a loss, but nothing's going to make you refocus and reassert yourself quite like having to take a step back and reevaluate the situation you thought you were in.
Agreed, as Dan Murdoch comes in and takes over on Kareem. I have to agree with you. That loss in War last week here on TV might be exactly the spark that Bad Karma needs to actually distance themselves from the #1 contenders, as Kareem working the advantage.
And am I the only one surprised at the amount of mat wrestling and scientific technical wrestling we're seeing from Bad Karma at the beginning of this one?
I don't think so, Steve. I mean, you know, in War, West Virginia, these gentlemen lost, and now the titles are on the line. We might possibly be looking at 2 new tag team champions.
Great reversal now by Kareem. I have to agree with Steven. Some great fundamental wrestling in play here in the early stages of the match, but fundamental wrestling is not what Bad Karma is known for, gentlemen. They're known for just busting teeth, cracking heads, hoodoo straight from the hood. Steve Off now tagging. Mr. Arrogance yet to see action in this, and that could play to Bad Karma's advantage as Steve Off takes Kareem to the mat.
Steve Off on top of Kareem. He's got a fantastic hammerlock, great positioning. He's over top of him. He has a vertical advantage, and he's pressing down on him. But let's not make fact of the strength of Kareem.
Yeah, Kareem's a bigger man than Off. But Off, as you said, was using his weight and his leverage to his advantage, and here comes Dan Murdoch. Great series of fast tags, setting up now for a vertical suplex. Getting the big man over and almost sending him out of the ring.
Murdoch going over, hooking the leg, making the cover, he's got 2.
That's that tag team strength right there, you know. If one man can't do it, 2 men can do it.
You better believe it, and NWA Mountain State has a great history of tag team wrestling. You cannot, I mean, you just look down over the history. You mentioned Ricky Shane and Billy Litt. Let's not forget Sammy. Let's not forget the Bandit and Big Willie Blackheart, the Bunkhouse Boys. Let's not forget in times past, you know, Johnny Blast and the numerous tag team partners he has had and the gold he's worn around his waist. Contenders such as the Night Prowlers. I'm telling you, NWA Mountain State is rich in tag team heritage.
Well, I have to agree, really. I mean, you got your 5-time tag team champions, like you said. You know, the Bunkhouse Boys, you can't forget about them. They are legendary. And then it's just everybody else.
But now, you've got Bad Karma representing the company. And look at that! Steve Off bringing Mr. Arrogance down with a beautifully executed arm drag. The new faces of NWA Mountain State Wrestling, and indeed the whole National Wrestling Alliance, are on display right here in your living room, courtesy of NWA Mountain State, as Mr. Arrogance cuts him off and sends Steve Off straight to the floor.
And Mr. Arrogance doing a great job of shaking off the pain there. He got right up from a disadvantageous position. He's sent off to the outside where his partner lies in wait. His partner just sent him into a ring post, and Bad Karma looking real good right now.
Bad Karma dealing out some blues here on the floor.
Look back at the ring of Murdoch.
He's fired up.
Pay attention.
Oh my gosh!
Somersault over the top ropes.
My gosh! Beautiful, beautiful high risk maneuver. That was not between the ropes. That was over the ropes. And Dan Murdoch can do anything he wants. what's here in NWA Mountain State.
You want to know what a Daredevil looks like? Look at Dan Murdoch.
That was just incredible. Now here we are, Mr. Arrogance getting back in the ring. He is still the legal man. Now we have the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. Gets a chance now to shine and do his thing. Big chop.
How did he do that?
It defies the laws of physics for a man to fly that high. He's not a bird.
I'm telling you right now, Mr. Arrogance still trying to shake off the effects of that one. And Dan Murdoch pressing the advantage, chopping Mr. Arrogance in the ropes. He's going to Irish whip him across. There's a reversal now by the masked man.
He's got him. But Murdoch trying to flip around by a double team by Bad Karma. Through first across the room, lifts him up and over.
What a great series of maneuvers. There's your game changer now by your tag team champions, Bad Karma, and now Kareem getting tagged in here. I think the playtime's over, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was some serious stuff right there. That move could kill a man. My gosh.
Well, Bad Karma, they may look at like street fighters, but make no mistake about it, they know wrestling, and they are showing it this morning.
That was a great inverted suplex coming off of a top rope garrote tag team maneuver. Had the mat been in play, that would have been a great cutter. Look at Kareem work that left arm. There's your leverage, ladies and gentlemen.
Ow! Ow! That hurt to look at.
Wow. Now Kareem is favoring his left side, perhaps his ribs, as he shoots a fist into the face of Steve off. And now you got the tag team double teaming going on. The referee has no idea. They're going to split the uprights now.
Did you see that? That no tickle right here at NWA.
Stretching all the groin muscles there, and he's like, get down here, ref.
And Bad Karma, boy howdy, we're going to have to stop saying that we're surprised to see the wrestling moves they pull out.
No, they're definitely showcasing some skills here in Mount Hope, West Virginia tonight on NWA Mountain State. Of course, you're watching this in the morning. Mr. Arrogance strutting around the ring, around the prone Dan Murdoch.
Nothing fancy about the tried and true mat wrestling they're using, but it's never had to be fancy. It's been here longer than anything else in our business, the mat wrestling, for a reason. It's the foundation, and it's usually the best strategy if you know how to use it as well as you can.
Absolutely, Dan Murdoch firing off, but right there you saw the shot to that hyperextended shoulder, and that's all it took to put him right back down. Dan Murdoch in a world of hurt.
Yes, and them big boots right to like the neck. Oh my gosh, the juggler. Look at Mr. Arrogance. That's Mr. Arrogance. That's arrogance for you. But the junior heavyweight kicks out.
You know, you talked earlier about the injuries that Bad Karma may or may not have begun to incur during this match. But let's talk for a second about the arm of Dan Murdoch and what a fantastic job that Bad Karma has done of dismantling that arm.
Absolutely, they've decided to single in on the left shoulder, specifically the shoulder. Look at Dan Murdoch use his leverage to the advantage, but look, he took the knee down, but the arm is...
It's hurting. Bad Karma, they laid the groundwork in here.
And that's where it pays off right there, Jacques.
Well, I guess I was wrong about these superstars right here, the Hollywood Outlaws. They very well might not be the new tag team champions.
Hurts to say, doesn't it, Jacques?
Yeah, it doesn't look good for them.
Don't sell them off. Steve Off is rested. He's on the outside. And these men have proven time and again they're determined to become the tag team champions. Bad Karma, though, just as determined today to leave here as champions.
But look at Murdoch, despite those shots with his right. Whoa, that was the bad arm, wasn't it? That was the bad arm.
No, that was the left arm, wasn't it? No, he threw that with the right arm. But that left arm has shown some abuse. He can have a torn rotator cuff. He could have torn ligaments. He could have anything in that shoulder.
He's not even able to support his own weight on that arm.
After this abuse, and look, now what do they drag him across the ring with? That same arm, and they're going to single it out as Kareem gets the tag from Mr. Arrogance.
How long can you really let this go on like this? When a man's being dominantly double-teamed for a successfully long amount of time on the same arm with no chance to defend himself.
Does Kareem have something? Does he have something in his hands? It looks like Kareem's got something, ladies and gentlemen.
A winning strategy, I believe.
A cheating strategy.
Well, we'll have to decide whether it's a winning strategy at the conclusion of the match. My money's on yes.
Now, last week, you really had to wonder what he had. Does he have an object? The referee didn't see it. If he had an object, he was smart enough to keep it away from the referees. Oh, and look at that, stretching out the whole body of Dan Murdoch. Ryan says there's no give. How much more can Dan Murdoch take?
I used to love watching one-sided fights that looked like this. You know, one guy getting beat up the whole time.
10 minutes has elapsed. 5 minutes.
Why?
Well, who doesn't enjoy that? Don't you like seeing one-sided fights?
No, I'd rather see a clean contest any day. Oh, and look at that! He uses his momentum to sling Mr. Arrogance out, but it was at the expense of that left arm. Now Kareem trying to get in.
Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on, Dean.
And we got the tag.
He can't see a tag. He can't see it. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. That's a winning strategy. Look, killing even more time. Refs saw nothing.
That is good tag team wrestling, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. And Kareem now working over the leg.
Poor little Dan Murdoch isn't going to have much left at the end of this match. They take an arm away from him. They're starting to work on the leg.
And his shoulders are down. Dan Murdoch might have been blacking out there for a second. He might have seen that tunnel closing in from the pain. Steve Off is livid on the outside of the ring. He had a legal tag if the referee had seen it. This is a hard-fought contest. Both teams with so much to gain and so much to lose as Dan Murdoch kicks Kareem to the corner, and there's your tag. Steve Off is in. Flying clothesline. Flying back elbow. A flying jump kick. Taking on both men. Pounded and missed.
All that animosity building up on the outside, watching his partner get punished for so long. Steve Off's laying it all out right now. Nice leaping knee to the head of Kareem. Hooks the front face lock.
Concussion on demand delivered by Steve Off. Can he cover Kareem? Look, Dan Murdoch going high. The high flyer. Does he have enough? Steve Off is clearing Mr. There it is. Flying elbow.
Off going for the cover. Hooks the leg.
And Mr. Arrogance having just enough to break it up. 3 minutes left in this match.
Steve Off having worse with Mr. Arrogance, and when you turn it around, that cost him dear.
Kareem took him down somehow. Dan Murdoch sent to the steel by Mr. Arrogance.
And Mr. Arrogance going in the ring. Slingshot by Kareem.
To the fireman's carry.
He's got him hooked, spins him around.
And a Death Valley driver, is this it?
Hooks the leg. 2. That's over.
Wow, what a hard-fought contest.
And still, NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
Well, Bad Karma putting a lot of exclamation points on their win today. The merciless NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions, showcasing their dominance with the win and showcasing their dominance even further with this beatdown post-match.
The #1 contenders got what they wanted. Oh, look at that.
Whoa, Kareem missed.
He clocked his own partner. And look at Dan Murdoch, he's got a championship. The junior heavyweight title just came into play to save his partner.
And Dan Murdoch just nailed.
Referee's coming over. Ryan, what's the call?
It's Bad Karma.
Okay, that's it. He's not going to reverse the decision. Bad Karma retaining their championship belts, and the #1 contenders trying to take them from them.
The Hollywood Outlaws took the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Championship from the ref.
Well, now they've turned it around. It's the champions that are flat on their backs, and the #1 contenders saying, "We've got your number." And let's face it, after that elbow drop, had Mr. Arrogance not broken up the tag, not broken up the count, we would have had new tag team champions.
Could've, should've, would've, does not matter. You can hold the belts as high as you like. That doesn't make you the champions.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Hi, I'm Mark Muncie, one of the owners of Travelers Motor Club. I'd like to tell you about some of the services that we have for ATV riders just like yourselves. Whether or not you ride ATVs, take a look at our services, see how they help you. You can join our fine club for just pennies a day. And remember, at Travelers Motor Club, we've been a trusted name since 1965, and when you need us, we'll be there to help you.
Just another title shot for the Canadian Lion. Tonight, I have a three-way dance with that punk redneck, Ricky Shane, Mr. No Talent, and you, Maestro, the Stro of Wrestling. Very well could be the next world champ. Let me tell you something, that don't impress me. As I've said before, Stro, I have respect for you. Ricky Shane, let me tell you something, I beat you all over this state. Everywhere that I've left you bloody, Ricky, you've come back. I'll give you that. But guess what? I'm the Canadian Lion. And tonight, here in the big town of Mount Hope, West Virginia, I'm going to take that strap. Because guess what? Both you guys are just my next step towards immortality.
The Maestro versus Lance Erickson versus Ricky Shane in a three-way dance. Maestro, you and I have beat on each other in the ring, out of the ring for the past 3 years. We've wrestled in the northern part of the state and the southern part of the state. And you are, without a doubt, one of the best that's came through this locker room. And Lance Erickson, everyone knows the destruction that you're capable of, especially Ricky Shane. Now, you're going to take these three superstars of Mountain State Wrestling, and you're going to put us all in the ring together. You have never, and I say never, witnessed the violence that you're about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Three-way dance for the NWA Mountain State Television Championship. We got Pretty Ricky, Ricky Shane. We've got Lance Erickson, that big old Canadian moose. And then we have Strozilla, the people's champion, breathing fire! Three studs of the NWA Mountain State Championship territory going after the television championship right here. Yeah, feast your eyes on that. It's going to be great. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a classic. Lance Erickson, you like to beat people up? You're the big boy. You want to rough people up? You want roughshod all over the NWA Mountain State territory? You want to be the champion of NWA Mountain State. You have the briefcase. Then you have your big arch enemy, the adversary, the former heavyweight champion, Ricky Shane. He is a legend in NWA Mountain State Wrestling. And a legend and a future superstar in the pro wrestling industry. And then you have me, the TV champ. Let's do it, guys. I'm ready. Ooh la la.
It may look calm in this ring, Stephen Hensley, but the animosity belies. I mean, words failed me right there. It's just tense in this building right now. Because these three guys, for over the past couple of weeks, have absolutely been in each other's heads, each other's faces, and beaten the tar out of each other.
Well, let's talk about the history involved here. Erickson came out here a couple weeks ago with a chance to walk away with the TV belt. Shane comes out, trips him up, Stroke capitalizes DDT. Shane, on the outside, ring breaks. Erickson got frustrated, went after Shane, cost him a match. Next week, Erickson came out, cost Ricky Shane a match, literally put the straw on top of him after he did the damage. And after the match, Erickson went after the Maestro.
Now Stroh went ahead and let Lance Erickson work Ricky Shane over, then tapped him on the shoulder. A shot of thumb to the eye, and now a shot to the throat. Perfectly legal. That wasn't a close fist. Now Ricky Shane firing on the champion.
Legal, illegal, it doesn't matter. It's not a DQ.
This is going to be a fire-burning match. As Ricky Shane puts shoulders into the Canadian Lion, turns around and gets a forearm from the champion, the Maestro. Another one.
Yes. Oh, wow. What a huge chop. Man. My gosh. I want to also let everybody know about next week. Next week, Lance Erickson and Ricky Shane once again will be going at it with the special guest referee, Iron Bear. Y'all don't want to miss that. And we're going to have Dan Murdoch, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. His title is on the line. He will be wrestling against the Iceman, Scotty Reigns.
That ought to be a killer match right there as Ricky Shane fires a forearm into Lance Erickson. And you know he's been wanting a piece of Lance Erickson. Oh, Erickson took advantage of the fact that he was heading into the corner, took some out on Stroh.
And let's not forget, also next week, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Johnny Blass, defends his title against the Stroh, the Maestro of Wrestling.
Behold the press. Ricky Shane absolutely bulldogged the champion while Lariat clotheslining the Canadian Outlaw. We got some blood coming out of some mouths at this point.
Outlaw.
The Canadian Lion.
Except that Lance Erickson is acting more like an outlaw than just about anybody lately.
Yeah, running in.
Myself in good company.
Well, I'm telling you what, he's setting up for a big clothesline. Puts Ricky Shane up against the ropes. Maestro catching his breath.
Maestro very wise to stay out of the situation at hand right now. We've got a very angry Canadian Lion making his mark in this match.
Big time, introducing the champion to the corner turnbuckle. Lance Erickson bringing him out.
Lance Erickson positioning the Stroh in the corner opposite that one. Nails him with a stiff shot to the forehead. Goes after Ricky Shane. Ricky Shane also receives another stiff shot. Stroh lurking in the background. Erickson sees him firm and well. Double coconut.
Wow, you heard that when those skulls collided. I wouldn't bet against some. Hey, look at there, look at there. Schoolboy by Ricky Shane, and Maestro's gonna break it up. Maestro now going for a pin on the Canadian Lion. Ricky Shane's gonna break it up.
No friends in this one.
No time to be friends in this one. There's too much on the line and too much animosity.
Well, let's address the reality of the situation. You can say there are friends in wrestling, but that's not true at all. When it comes down to it, in the heat of a moment in a match, when you have pride, glory, championships, and a heck of a payday on the line, friendship is going to evaporate in an instant.
Snap mare and a knee to the back. Does Ricky Shane give to the champion? The champion rolls over, tries to get a pinfall on the down and out Canadian Lion. You can tell these men are keying in on Erickson more than each other. Oh, big chop now by the champ.
Spoke a little bit too soon there, Dean. Keying in on Erickson until they realized eventually I gotta take my buddy out.
Kobayashi chops now. Oh, big chop now. Double-handed and back to work on Lance Erickson, but Erickson gets the first shot in on the Maestro.
Nice uppercut to Erickson.
Here we go again. Goodbye, Tops.
Wow, Ricky Shane rested up and hit a big clothesline on the champ. We've got it covered. 2 count now. Stroh gets the shoulder up. Oh!
And Erickson, he waited and he caught him.
Big time. Oh, another big clothesline. Clotheslines are the story of the moment right here in this ring. And Lance Erickson landed the last one. Big elbow drop now.
Nothing fancy about that, but nonetheless effective. Stroh goes for a cover. Erickson just jabs him in the head.
Nasty, but effective. That's the way Lance Erickson works. He can work technical. He can beat you. Ah, look at Ricky Shane firing back, setting up for a suplex. What is going on here?
Stroh's got Shane hooked for a back suplex. And all three men, every one of them, chaos,
pandemonium,
anarchy,
thunder, lightning, smog.
The flagship of the National Wrestling Alliance
is
the NWA
That's right. Good Lord Almighty. So much action, I don't even know what to say.
Do you ever? Big elbow drop.
Just about always.
Man, this is one vicious match. This is all about the animosity. Look at that. Stro just stomping away at the fingers. And he's going to force him down for the crossface. Is he going to get the Stro crossface on him?
He's got it hooked in. Song's end isn't about to happen, though. Erickson, he's up on his feet. As long as he's standing, you can bet your bottom dollar. Stro and Shane, they ain't going to go out on this one unless it's on his terms.
DDT on the champion. Does Lance Erickson.
Hooks the leg. 2. Barely.
Lance Erickson has been the linchpin in this entire situation between these two men. Standing drop kick by Ricky Shane.
And that sends Erickson into the ropes, and Erickson hung up on the top rope. Ricky Shane's going to send him off. Erickson flying back, catches a back elbow from Shane. Maestro, he's up on the middle rope. Shane going over to Erickson, picking him back up, trying to get him to a vertical base.
Ricky Shane's got him up. Oh, a jab in the eyes. Maestro now, flying shoulder tackle off the second rope.
On his friend Ricky. There's loyalty for you.
There's your cover. Lance Erickson breaking it up.
No friends in this one. It's all about the title.
Lance Erickson now capitalizing on the champion. They're going to trade shots now. All three of these men have taken a lot of punishment. Samoan drop now by the champion. Beautiful. Ricky Shane, low altitude drop kick on the champion. That jaw snapped shut, and he's going to cover Lance Erickson. Erickson's in the ropes. He could maybe even cover the Maestro at this point.
And look at the frustration on Shane's face, though.
Of course he's frustrated because Lance Erickson has chased him across county lines for weeks. He's in Ricky Shane's head, and Ricky Shane is trying to get everybody out of his mind so he can be the TV champion.
Well, he definitely needs to get Erickson out of his head. If Erickson's in there, he's a step ahead of Shane all over the place in this match.
Maestro now slumping in the corner, gouging the fingers to the eyes. Lance Erickson using ugly to break up momentum here. Snap!
Fantastic belly-to-belly suplex there.
That was
overhead release.
Beautiful.
Shane flying across the ring.
Lance Erickson can work with the best of them. And now he's got to Stro trading shots with Lance Erickson. Wow! Did you see Ricky Shane? Did you see Ricky Shane?
From a prone position, gets both feet up, kicks Erickson, kicks Stro. Both of them are down now. Ricky Shane's making the way up to his feet now.
Can he kick it into high gear and kick himself into the television championship belt once again?
He needs to hurry up and do it right now. This time he created an opening. He needs to take advantage. Strozilla back up to his feet. They're going to work as a tandem for the moment.
High double back drop. Both men working in tandem, as you said, and it's Stro making the cover.
And it's Shane breaking it off.
Shane almost ripped the singlet off of the champion.
Stro's pulling him off.
Lance Erickson doesn't know whether it's up or down.
It doesn't matter because Shane's there to break it up. Once again, no friends. They're not going to let you get a pinfall. Ain't nobody out there to watch somebody else walk away with the belt.
Ricky Shane sized up the situation. He figured he better take some steam off of the Maestro.
Shane sends him across the ring into the corner. He's going after Erickson.
He's going to stack him up maybe in the corner, shooting him in. It's a reversal.
Shane goes behind him, though. Hooks off, takes him down.
Beautiful, beautiful. Can he make the cover?
Stro's on his feet, though. Not going to happen.
He's going to ring his ear with his boot.
He's got the front face lock hook. Shane, though, turns him around, double leaping knee smash to the face of the Maestro.
Beautiful. Can Ricky Shane get enough to cover the champion?
Shane with the cover.
Lance Erickson breaking it up. These men are exhausted. These men have given it all that they've got here for the fans and for themselves. Spine buster now by the Lion.
But look, Erickson, not enough left to make the cover. Strong position too. That's it.
Holy cow.
Stro still for victory.
The NWA
He wants the mic. Go ahead and give it to him, Jacques.
Lance Erickson put the finishing touches on Ricky Shane, but it was Maestro, the one who was able to capitalize. Guys, I know you're going to hear all about this by going to www.alliance/wrestling.com for all the latest information all about the National Wrestling Alliance. It is Alliance-Wrestling. Don't forget NWAWrestling.com and NWA Mountain State Wrestling.com, NWAMountainState.com.